the Total Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. Introduce KGB Lee. That's Michael Sean. Michael Sean, that's
Hello.
KGB.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so fucking excited for this fight you have coming up. Like, this is a big fight, right? I mean, you need a win. She needs a win. It's kill or be killed, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say, but I'm hopefully, I'm going to be the one that's going to be doing the killing because, that's all I've been thinking about is getting my hand raised.
So, like, how's training camp been? How's dieting? How's the weight cut? How is all that going? You're one fucking week away from fucking this person up and moving up the fucking ladder.
Well, camp's been going really good. I've been training hard since my last fight. And that was back in, I don't know, May, I think, of last year. So I've just been staying busy and working on the things that I need to get better at. And I feel like it's showing in my training. It's definitely helped me out a lot. And I feel like I'm going to be able to display that in my fight on Saturday.
So hopefully your eyes are okay, because I know your last fight you took a bunch of fucking eye pokes. But
I took one. One's all it takes, right?
One deliberate eye poke. No, I didn't say that. We'll get to that in a minute. But this fight, why don't you go out and do the eye poke first? Like the very beginning of the fucking fight, like right when you shake hands, bam, poke the fucking eye. Like Three Stooges, like fucking Curly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't really feel comfortable, with cheating in that sense. But
that's why you didn't hang out with us more.
What did you just made my heart hurt. You said you don't feel comfortable cheating. I thought all champions cheat.
I do. I know that.
Wait, maybe they did just a little bit. Who knows?
There you go.
So, like, this fight, what are your keys to victory? What do you think is going to be the reason why you go over in a week from now?
Well, keys to victory in this fight is she's a pressure fighter. She likes to really put the pressure on you. She likes to overwhelm you, or at least that's what I've seen in her past fights, where she just comes and bangs. I mean, she really tries to overwhelm her opponents with big shots. And I think that, they have all crumbled under that pressure. But, to beat pressure, you gotta give pressure. I feel like, the best way to beat it is to give it. So I feel like I'm working hard on just being a pressure fighter, and, also working very technical, because Alexa Grasso beat her in their last fight, and she just was very technical, and I feel like, Maycee Barber, she's a decent striker, but she's not the most technical, and she leaves a lot of things open. So I guess we'll see. I plan on capitalizing on that, and that's part of the game plan.
So she was really on a good little run there for a minute, and then she lost a couple of fights, and now she's on like a little winning streak. Do you see anything that's changed in her game since she lost those two fights? Have you studied her film? Have you watched a lot of her fights?
I feel like she's switched her stance up. I think she's been more primarily southpaw, but she switches her stance. She goes back and forth from orthodox to southpaw, and I feel like she's tightened maybe things up a little bit here, but I guess we'll see. She hasn't fought since, I guess as long as I have. So, we're going to see what type of improvement she's made in the last 10 months.
Do you feel like maybe sometimes taking a break is good for you? Like have you been able to heal injuries and rest up? Do you feel refreshed and ready to go because you've had a little break?
I do. And I can't even believe that it's been as long as it has been. It doesn't seem like it. But, I think that everybody needs to take a little break here and there, especially to let your body heal and to work on things that maybe you haven't been able to focus on. And I feel like that's helped me a lot, because instead of having a game plan for a particular fighter and I'm working on specific things for that person, I can actually, focus on the things that I feel like I'm lacking in and that I need to get better in. And I think that time off has helped me with that.
So, like, I was watching some of your older fights, right? And some of your older fights, you came out like a fucking kamikaze. Like, it seemed like it seemed like to me you were throwing caution to the wind and banging. And then you get in the UFC, you get these, bigger fights, bigger contracts, and maybe you got a little bit more reserved, a tiny bit. Do you think that's accurate? Or
yeah, I would say that's 100% accurate, unfortunately. And I have thought about that. And, the I guess the difference is the amount of money that's on the line. I don't know. I guess that like changes things, you
Man,
know, it
money
makes you
doesn't
want to be
money
more
change
cautious.
fucking everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I was rich and if I didn't have to worry about money, I would still be fighting. I would still love doing this, but I wouldn't be as I guess I wouldn't be as pressured or stressed out to win, you know, because I've already had money. So I would be able to go out there and just be free, I feel like, because that's the way I was, you know, when I was fighting for Invicta, because I wasn't making much. So it didn't
You
really
were
matter to
fucking
me. But
throwing them like you were banging. I mean, at least you know, I felt like you were bang. You're still an amazing fighter, and your fights are exciting. But you had no fucking fear back then. Not that you have fear now, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, there's just a lot more pressure now. I feel like even like for me, like the only pressure that I had was like at that point in time, I felt like was disappointing those who are around me, you know, just like letting them down by losing. And that really, and I still feel that way. But now it's like now I have to make a living. So it's
There's a
like
lot of
if
fucking
I
money on the
lose,
line.
yeah. So
So
I mean, like,
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
I
bad.
was just
Well,
saying.
what
So
is
if I
it?
lose, you know, then I don't make that money, and you know, that's the part that sucks.
Kind of the point of the whole thing though too is to make that fucking money. So you gotta, you know, this is your dream job. You know what I mean? So why
Yeah.
would you want to fucking fuck up and give it all up? Look at Connor.
Yeah.
Connor's a
Yeah.
multimillionaire now, and he doesn't have the same hunger he had though.
Right. But I mean, he doesn't have to. I mean, he's made, you know, made in the shade now, and he's got it going on.
What is it like? So, how much is money a factor? You're talking about how you switched it up a little bit because of money. Like how much? I don't want to ask you how much money you're making, but like you need this money, right? So you're not probably super set for life. So how important are these fucking fights for
Yeah.
you
So,
to pay your fucking bills and shit?
well, repeat that question one more time.
Like how much is money? Like, how do I say this? You're not making the millions and millions, but you are making okay money. So like how much of a factor is the money that you're making goes into these fights and how you prepare in your strategy, I guess. Like so you were saying before, if money wasn't a factor, you would just throw caution to the wind. Like how difficult is that to think about like your paychecks and when they're coming or if they're not coming?
Well, I mean, I feel like okay, so in my fights now, I feel like I you can't take I mean you can take big risks, but I mean you still have to worry about, you know, something happening and then you ending up in a bad position. So I mean that kind of like makes me second guess some of the things that maybe I would normally throw, you know. So I think that plays a factor because it's like okay, I want to wow everybody, you know, with the spinning hook kick, which I know I can do and I know I can land,
Oh
but
my
it's like,
God. Land
but
that this
but
Saturday.
in my head, I'm like, okay, the canvas is pretty slippery. My feet, you know, are not sticking to the canvas very well. If I this is a high risk move, you know what I mean? So it's like if I slip, I fall, I end up on my back, and they end up capitalizing, you know. And those are the all the elements that go into that one moment, you know, of thinking because it's like oh, I can't end up in a bad position. I lose this round, you know, I risk losing the fight. You know, I need to get my hand raised, and it really sucks to have to think like that because I really just want to go out there and I want to
It's a
just wow
business,
everybody.
right? It's a business. You
Yeah,
got to think like you could be an exciting fighter and that's great, but at the same time, you lose too many fights, you don't get brought back.
yeah. I mean, it's very hard to get brought back once you've been cut. There's they just brought one female back that I just fought. Not that I just fought, but I fought her in my UFC debut. She fought on this last card against the Miller girl, and it was Veronica Hardy. When I fought her, she was Veronica Sato, and she just won. But she was gone for 3 years, you know, away from the UFC, and they just brought her back. But took her 3 years to come back, you know. So I mean, I don't want to get cut now, and you know, I'm 34. I don't want to. I don't know how long it would take me to get back. So.
That's not gonna. I think
There's no
I
way.
think you got a lot of experience going for you now. You've been in a lot of fights. I don't think anyone's ever finished you, if I'm not wrong. I think you've only lost decisions. So that's pretty fucking impressive. Like you definitely have more experience. You've been in tougher positions, I think, than what your opponent's been in. And you fought through some shit. You've been up, you've been down, you've had close fights, you've lost decisions. I think experience is definitely going into your corner. You've been there before. And I think although that maybe it makes you a little hesitant at times, but you have a fucking insight because you've been in there and you fought so many times. You probably know when to pull the trigger and when not to.
Yeah, I like to think that I do. Definitely. You know,
let me tell you, I heard a story, tell me if it's true or not, on how you got into fighting. That you were a waitress and someone that worked for you was fighting, and you were like, and you found out how much that person was making, and you were like, I'm as tough as that motherfucker. I could do this too. Is that true?
Well, there's parts of that that's true. Okay. But he wasn't making any money. I just thought that it would be cool because I always wanted to do martial arts. So he told me he was making his debut cage fighting. It was going to be his first amateur fight. And I was really intrigued by that. I was like, cage fighting? Because I didn't put two and two together, because even though I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, and I watched the UFC fights, you know, it was always just, oh, the UFC fights are on. And then when he said cage fighting, I'm like, oh, so they lock you in a cage? And I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool.
So you like the way that you like the idea of being locked in a cage and fighting. That sounded really,
I don't know, something about it. Yeah. I was like, man, that sounds so raw. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to
do. And before that, had you had any martial art experience, like karate or anything?
None. No, I had always dreamed about doing it, but never had any experience or, you know, any opportunity to train. So
wow. So you had no background in fighting, but but you felt like you could fucking do it when they said cage fighting, you're gonna get into a cage and fight. You thought, I could do this.
I did. I don't know what possessed me to think that, but I just felt like, you know, I grew up being a tomboy, and you know, it was rough, and I loved hard contact sports, and always wanted to do boxing or kickboxing, or mainly karate. Okay. I wouldn't say boxing, because when I was younger, whenever I was a kid, I do remember having that thought of like, why would anybody want to like get punched in the head for a living? Like, that's crazy.
Now look at you.
Now it's
but you didn't know that it was going to be in a cage.
Yeah. You tell me it's in a cage, and that just changes it completely.
So that moment when you're like, oh, cage fighting, and you think, man, I want to do this, from that time to your first fight, how long was that?
Like, from my first fight, it was probably like 4 or 5 months.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. No fucking way. So you have no martial arts experience, right? If I'm understanding this correctly, this guy tells you, I'm cage fighting. You're like, you fight in a cage? Like, I want to do that. 5 months later, you're in the fucking cage fighting.
Not in the cage. Okay. See, I started with boxing. So I had my first boxing.
Who gives a fuck? Okay.
I don't want to be in a cage. Didn't you just chill it here?
I have ADHD.
No, I want, like, okay. So my coach, whom you met, Donnie, at the time, he didn't want to throw me into the cage. He knew that there was like a lot of elements that went into being an MMA fighter. So he told me that he wanted to ease me in, like with the boxing matches, and,
so 5 months later,
get my feet wet.
He's gonna ease you in with a fight easy. 5 months later.
Boxing's
funny. Like, boxing's so easy.
Well, I mean, it was, and trust me, I mean, I know that I looked silly. It was, I had I guess you would call them smokers or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it was like we'd show up. Yeah, we'd show up, and it'd be like this little local hole in the wall location. And if there was a female there for me to fight, that's who I was fighting. It was like you didn't know if you had anybody until you showed up. So, you know, we just hoped and prayed that somebody would show up. And luckily the girl did, and she ended up being a really tough Hispanic girl, and I ended up yeah, but I ended up like stopping her in the second round. And I ended up doing that.
You TKO'd, or you knocked her out?
I was just a TKO, you know, just kind of like overwhelmed with yeah, I wasn't nothing technical though. I mean, no,
and so in 5 months, you do a smoker where you're going to go to a gym. You don't know if you're going to fight anyone or not, or who you're going to fight. You get a fight with boxing, right? Was it boxing or kickboxing?
It was boxing.
And you stopped her in the second round?
Yeah, I stopped her in the second round. And then I had my my next match at the Louisiana State Golden Gloves, which was down in I think Lafayette, South Louisiana. And I only had one match, so we both fought for, the championship. But I ended up stopping her too. She actually had the better. She had the best of me at first. She kind of knocked me down a little bit. My feet were kind of crazy. She caught me and knocked me down, and then I was like, "Ah, shit." Well, everybody's like on her side because I'm in her hometown.
I love it.
Like, I get up and I'm like, "Ah, fuck, I gotta get this bitch back," and. All I did was I just bit down everything and I just
That's
marched
what I'm talking
forward.
about, the kamikaze.
Nothing technical, but I ended up, they ended up like stopping the fight between rounds, and that was the end of the second round. So I was yay.
No mas.
So that's your second fight, right?
Yeah.
So your second fight, you're in a title, like a Golden Gloves sort of thing, or some sort of championships on the line.
Yeah.
That's got to be like making you a little bit more nervous. You have one fight under your belt. Now you're fighting this girl and you get knocked on your ass. You got knocked down, right?
Yeah.
And so that's pretty fucking impressive that you get knocked down, you get up and you win the fucking fight. Your second fucking fight.
Yeah, I know. And I have that video too. But I would have to look for it, but it's it's so funny. I look like a bunny rabbit. Like I'm hopping up and down. My feet are all crazy.
Like
and
a kangaroo.
Just, throwing wild. Yeah. And not to
kangaroo.
mention I'm blind because at the time I wore contacts or glasses. But I didn't have contacts at that time. So I was fighting. Like all I could see was like
crazy.
A blurred.
You can't even see that fucking good.
No. Wow. No, I didn't even know that the fight was over. I didn't even know that the fight was over because like Donnie had to tell me. He's like, "Oh, you won!" Like because I'm so like my vision's so bad I couldn't see what was going on past like
no fucking way.
Here.
That's like me when I'm drunk and fighting.
Every weekend. Great being his friend every weekend.
So let me ask, can you possibly remember and describe what it was fucking like when you realized you won that fight?
Oh, I mean, it was a huge adrenaline dump. I mean, like that was the first time that like I felt that type of adrenaline. Like it was like I was like so high in that moment. I've never been high. Like I had never been high before in my life. Like I didn't ever smoke pot or anything.
You lie.
I mean, I was like, this is like an adrenaline high. It was crazy. It was definitely a crazy feeling. I ended up throwing up like right after I left the ring. Like I had to run to the bathroom. It was that, and I haven't felt that way since. I mean, I still get like, but like a high from it, but it's like that first initial was like that was.
It was your drug, right? You got addicted to it, right?
Yeah. It was like way different than my first little match that I had, I feel like.
Yeah, you got knocked on your ass and there's like a fucking, a little title on the line. And I love that story. That's a good fucking story. That says a lot about you and your heart and who you fucking are as a fighter.
Yeah. Donnie would say he's like that heart is something that you can't teach a fighter, and he felt like I definitely had that because it was like once I got hit, it's like I would wake up and like you could see it in my eyes. It was like, I don't know. It just turned me on, I guess.
So,
I'm ready to kill now.
Like in your UFC fights, was there ever a fight sort of like that where you got tagged pretty good and it fucking woke you up and you were ready to go? Since you've been in the UFC,
I feel like that happens like every fight. It's
no
like
shit.
once, except for there has been a couple of fights. My fight with Roxanne mainly, my last fight with Roxanne, I feel like, man, I never really woke up in that fight. I don't know. I was completely flat for that fight. And that was the only time that I never woke up. But the majority of the fights, it's like once you get cracked one good time, like you're awake, and it's like you're in there now. It's like everything else just kind of like, you're honed in, like you're not focused on anything else. Just what's in front of you.
So like you mentioned Roxanne, I think you fought her twice, right? If I'm not mistaken. So like, let me ask you this. She seems like a really nice person. Mm-hmm. And like, is it harder to get woke up and try to fucking kill a person that you think is a really fucking nice person?
I guess, man. I mean, the first fight that we had, it was not a problem for me. I didn't
Oh,
really know
really?
her that well.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel like I had my best performance. I mean, not my best. I feel like that was my better performance against Roxanne. It was a close fight. The second fight that I had, I feel like that performance was not that great, but it was like I couldn't get awake. I don't know if it had anything to do with the fact that like I liked her, you know what I mean? And there was just no way that I can get like really pissed off, or I don't feel like you need to fight pissed off, but I mean, I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't there. I honestly believe that it just had to do with like the crowd, because I was fighting at the Apex and there was like only the workers were there and it was
Oh
quiet
yeah, that's different.
mouths.
That's way different.
Yeah, it was just such a weird feeling. I felt like I was
Like in the
not
gym.
really in a professional fight. Yeah, like at the gym. Yeah, it
That
really
makes
felt like that. Like I never really like was never really like awake.
that makes so much sense now that you say it like that, because like you're doing these real fights and there's crowds and there's pressure and that light goes on and it clicks. Now you're fighting with no crowd. I could see how that switch in your brain doesn't get clicked because it's just so fucking different.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Like I don't like fighting at the Apex, but they allow people in there now. Now it's like a couple of hundred, so it's like you're fighting for like a small regional promotion, or like an amateur promotion is what it might seem like. I mean, not like saying that the UFC's promotion is like amateur or regional, like because they still do a really good job with the promotion and the lights and everything. It just mean like now you're getting to fight like with a couple of hundred people watching you instead of being like as quiet as a mouse, you know.
So I saw that you're connected with this like a gambling site where you could make like picks or parlay cards or whatnot.
Yeah, I get opportunities with my bookie sometimes.
So like, what did you had picks? You had picks last night, and what a lot of your picks were correct, weren't they?
Yeah, I was so surprised by that actually. I mean, not surprised, but happy, because I don't normally like, I'm not like a really good better, and typically I never win.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like I don't normally, my picks don't ever win. So I don't really ever bet money. But it was like last night I wish that I could have bet money, because because Veronica Macedo, she was an underdog and I had her winning. And then I had Jennifer Maya, who I believe they had as an underdog, and I had her winning based on her experience alone. And I ended up being right about like Veronica Macedo. I was like, she was a brown belt whenever I competed against her, and she likes to roll for these crazy knee bars. So I mean, her ground game's pretty good. Her striking was really good whenever I fought her, and that was in 2018. So I knew that she was going to give Miller a hard time. And then with Maya, I felt like she had a lot of experience, and I think that they were just underestimating her, and she ended up winning. And then I had Gaethje winning, which that was a really cool fight.
Wow,
I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Do you think
banger? Holy
do you
shit!
think Kazib did more to get that win, or do you think Gaethje did enough because of the damage?
I think Gaethje did enough, but I'm a Gaethje fan, so I'm gonna be biased. You know, he's an American.
Yeah,
I go for fuck. I'm an American. I root for the Americans.
I like that, and I appreciate that, because I feel like Americans don't really like support their own as much as they should. You go to other countries, you fight for them. You know, it's like their whole country is for their fighter. Doesn't matter who they are, they're for their fighter.
Like the baseball classic going on right now, and there's guys that are from America, they'll go play for like Italy, or they'll go play for the country that they were like originated from, their family, but they don't support America. And I feel like, why would you not play for the American team when you are American in reality? You never lived in Italy or lived in Spain or whatever. Why would you not support who you are, where you're from?
Well, I mean, I support America. You know, I try to support where I'm from, and I still feel like I get more love and support from other countries.
That's horrible. Hey, let me ask you this then, since we're talking about all this. What do you think about the main event with Covington getting the shot? What's your do you have a take on that? Some people are saying he didn't earn it or whatever, or there was some controversy there. I think it's a great fight. It's the biggest fight they can make, and I'm excited. How do you feel about that fight?
I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I think it's a good matchup, and it's Leon Edwards. I mean, he looked good. You know, he defended the majority of Usman's takedowns, and I had Usman. I thought Usman was going to win that fight.
I think he won the fight.
Huh?
I think he won the fight.
I mean, I missed the first couple of rounds, so I didn't get to see the first couple of rounds. So I can't really I can't say honestly like my opinion on that. I just know that Leon, he still looked good. He was defending the takedowns. I mean, he was mixing it up with his.
God, how good is that fucking guy? He's beat a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's on a tear. I mean, he's been looking really good. I do think that Usman, though, I mean, from what I saw, he had a lot of pressure. I mean, he was going for takedowns all the time. He was still like landing a lot of big shots to himself. So.
He was pushing the pace, but I think that Leon landed the cleaner shots.
On his bicycle the whole time.
I know, it's so hard to say, and as a fighter, it's like I don't know.
But like that was like it's who's enforcing their game plan on who. I think that was kind of his plan, though.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Stand in front of him and get taken down?
I didn't say that, but
I felt like Leon. He kept putting himself against the cage a lot. I feel like he could have probably like at least maintained the center area, or at least not so close to the cage, because that kind of allowed Usman to be able to like pin him against the cage more so than he needed.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think about that fight? Who do you think wins that fight?
Against Covington and Edwards?
Yeah. What's your pick? What are you betting on that one?
Take the opposite.
Or... Who should I put money on?
No, I mean,
I'm gonna use your code. I'm gonna use your code to get half off.
Man, I don't know. I think that's gonna be it's gonna be a tough one, because I feel like Covington, you know, I mean, Usman has really great takedowns too. I mean, he's got good wrestling. So I mean,
without a doubt,
it's hard to say. Like, I mean, like, can Covington get Leon down? I mean, if he can, then he'll probably be able to win the fight. But I feel like Leon's takedown defense is getting a lot better. But I don't know. Covington did say that he prefers southpaws, and I think that's because he's wrestled his whole life, and you know they always stand with their right leg.
You know I never thought about that before. That makes sense.
Yeah, so him getting like single legs, like and snatching that lead leg, I think that's probably going to be easy for him.
That might be the difference maker in this fight. Now that you say that,
could be.
I'm putting money on Colby because of you.
I think Covington is the best thing for the UFC, though. He's a star, and if he becomes champion,
trash.
He's going to make that belt matter. Covington's the guy.
That's true.
There's not very many stars in the UFC anymore.
He makes you want to watch.
Everyone loves a heel, unfortunately. I'll never be a heel.
You should have me be your like WWE style manager. Like, I'll be a heel for you.
That's the last thing you want. Please don't do that.
We could do this. We'll be the first WWE style. You have a manager. I'll be like Bobby Heenan, and I'll manage you. And I will like distract the ref if you're losing, I will start screaming at the ref, and I'll throw you something. You smack the girl in the fucking head with it.
Throw powder in
We'll put cement on your wrap, so they'll get harder after you put your gloves on. Like, we'll do every dirty fucking tactic in the fucking book.
I don't think I'd have a job.
It ain't cheating if you get caught.
I'd get banned from the sport completely.
I wanted to play one little game before we go. I'm gonna say a name, and you just say the first thing that pops into your head.
Oh God.
Dana White.
UFC.
Stephen Bonner.
I was gonna say Phil Baroni.
That's not a good idea right now.
That's
not a good idea.
When I say Stephen Bonner,
I don't know that guy.
Well, they were a tag team. No, wait a minute.
I know.
They were almost a tag team. They were almost a tag team, but they got into huge fights before every match, and not one match ever fucking happened.
I feel like their relationship was funny. They like hated each other, but then they were like Stephen Bonner, he would always or at least the times that I was around, he instigated a lot of shit. He would just poke that bear.
He knew how to say that one little thing to set Phil off.
He knew what he was doing.
He did.
At my house one time, they almost fought. Here's a true story. So obviously, they fought. They got in a lot of arguments, and Phil was getting really fucking irritated. So he says, we should spar, bro. And then Bonner's like, you want to fucking spar? And I'm like, this is like starting to heat up. And at first I thought I should stop. I'm like, no, man, I'm going to fucking watch this shit.
I'm recording it.
So like, I'm just going to watch. I'm like, oh my God, Bill Baroni and Stephen Bonner about to fight in my fucking garage. I'm just going to chill and watch it. And then so Bonner goes inside the house. He gets fucking ice. He gets Vaseline. He gets his wraps. He's like, we're going to fucking spar, bro. And I swear to God, Phil went to his, he went to the house and he didn't come back out. And that's how that thing ended.
What?
I swear to God. I swear to God, he went in and he didn't come out. They never sparred.
He didn't want to fight Stephen.
I don't think he did. I wouldn't want to fight Stephen.
He's the nicest guy in the world,
like,
too.
I've trained with both guys. And I'm not saying that Phil's really good. You know, obviously he was, he fought in main events and shit. But Stephen was like, man, I was like swimming with a shark, fighting for my fucking life, hoping I didn't fucking die the entire time.
Yeah. Stephen, the American Psycho, right? Or wasn't that his nickname? Yeah.
I only know him through wrestling, but he's the nicest guy. I never like tried to fight him or anything, but he's super
nice man.
Guy.
I fucking missed that guy. That was a rough one, to lose somebody that soon.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have been able to meet him a couple of times, and the times that we hung out, he was always so nice. And he was trying to do better. He was doing better, I mean, he was getting his life on track. And,
yeah, he was. It sucks. Yeah. Fucking sucks. Well, I don't want to end this on a sad note, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to put my money on KGB Lee. Like, I don't know your opponent personally. I know you, and I don't mean this bad towards her, but I hope you fuck Maycee Barber up. I hope you fucking destroy her. I hope you hit her so fucking hard she never wants to fight again. Destruction. You destroy her and you move up the fucking ladder and you become the champ, and then you shout out Big MF after you win.
She's from Team Alpha Male, so she's out here. She's from Team Alpha Male. She's from out here.
Team who?
Team Alpha Male.
She is. Yeah, she is.
Well, she's not a male though. So I think that name should be Team Alpha Person instead of Team Alpha Male. Like, this is California.
Oh my God.
I'm offended. I'm really offended. I'm offended. I'm not even gonna. I'm offended that it's not Team Alpha Person.
Uriah Faber, you need to change this. That's nonsense. You need to be inclusive to all.
You might have an argument there with the way that things are going on nowadays.
I say the real alpha person is Andrea KGB Lee.
100%.
She's a beta. You're an alpha. I just gave you a line. I'm going to beat this beta. This is what I want you to say. I'm going to beat this beta bitch because I'm the fucking alpha.
That is a good
She's
line.
A beta bitch.
That's funny. I'm not like, shit talker though. So I mean, we haven't talked shit. I'm not gonna. I mean, like if she starts it, then I guess maybe I'll say something. But
I'm gonna say you said that. I'm gonna put it out on the internet that you said she was a beta bitch.
Whatever, didn't you dare.
He will though. That's the part about Matt.
Oh, come on. I would not do that. I would not do that. You know me. I'm an honest person. I would never try to cause drama. That's not like me.
Yeah, not at all.
Well, anyways, hey, like, good luck. Like, man, I think you're an amazing person. We've been friends for a long time, and I've watched your career, and I'm really fucking pulling for you. I think you're fucking fabulous.
Well, thanks so much, Matt. I appreciate you having me on your show. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to beating this girl up. Get my hand raised, and maybe I can come back on your show again. You
better
talk about it.
Once you win, we gotta have you back.
Have you back on, and then I'm gonna make some money because I'm putting $500 on KGB Lee. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in Stockton.
That's a lot of coke.
Or wait a minute, no, that's just, no. What did you say? I don't drink coke.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, good luck. Much love, much respect. We will talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Wish me luck. Thank you.
Oh, she fucking upstaged me on my own show. She upstaged me on my own show. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Those lights are bright. Where are my fucking shades at?
They're on your fucking chest, moron.
What?
Just clips your shirt. That's the fucking CTE talking.
Oh, my God. My best friend. Okay, Napoleon Trevino.
I don't know if we can say that name on our fucking podcast.
I just said it. Hey, can you bleep that out? The Trevino part? Do we have a edit? No. So okay. So
come on, stupid kid. What do we pay you for?
That was a great interview, right? Did I kill it or what? Was that great?
That was good.
Man, I hope
best of luck to her, for real. She seems like a super nice person to be your friend. She's got to have the patience of fucking God.
Man, though, but that story of her first fight being 5 months later, no fighting experience. You'd be like, man, I want to get into a cage and fight. And 5 months later, you're boxing.
That's insane to me, because boxing's like, honestly, boxing is harder sport to do because there's a lot more footwork than MMA, especially amateur MMA. You know what I mean?
This is the key to success.
Nobody can see you, moron. We're a podcast.
There's a fucking video, you dipshit.
It's not going online.
Yeah, it is.
It can, and it is being recorded.
It's going on the stupid kids
Instagram
page.
Oh, well, now I fucking know. Before it wasn't.
Right. It was. No,
it's a prop camera.
That's what I thought.
Listen, Michael. Okay, so I'm gonna take this video of you and I'm gonna shop it to producers. You can make up to $3,000 a day, but they're not just gonna hire a pretty face. They gotta know you could act on command. So, are you ready?
Sure. $3,000 is a lot of fucking money.
Okay, we'll write you a check. Man, so yesterday we had a lot of wrestling going on. Like, I think from our squad, Sean wrestled, Santino wrestled, that motherfucker, and then we got what's this guy's name over there? Wait,
Fuckface.
Can he somehow bring Fuckface?
Come over here.
Come here.
Come over here.
Fuckface. Come over here. I want them to see. I want everyone to see Fuckface.
Come over here. Come over here.
Don't fucking knock anything over either.
Come over here. Careful.
There he is. That's okay. So I told you that my fucking beer, my beer, it's almost fucking empty, bro. And this is Coors Light. I told you I want fucking Corona.
I'm sorry.
You got one fucking job right now. You said you want to be a wrestler. I told you want to be a wrestler. We're gonna sign you to a special package where you do fucking everything for us. Keep my Coronas in the refrigerator. Get Michael Sean's fucking waters because he's fucking, what is that?
Jagged edge, you fucking
jagged edge.
piece of shit.
He's jagged edge. And your straight knife or something. No, anyways, he's a dork. And well, not really. You're a dork. But I want Coronas. You got one fucking job and you fucked it up. You're never gonna learn how to bump.
I'm sorry.
So go give him the fucking Corona. What the fuck are you sitting here for?
Go. Get out of here.
Jesus.
Go. You're dismissed.
Anyway, that was rough to watch, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking greenhorns these days, dude.
Am I too hard? Was I too hard on the B board?
No. Okay. You said Corona. Does that look like a fucking Corona?
Anyway, what's going on? We broke Michael Hayashi. Did you like that heel hook I put on Hayashi?
I loved it.
That heel hook.
That was amazing.
Who in wrestling knows how to actually do a fucking heel hook?
Just you.
Like, and you were smashing him with the chair when I had him in the heel hook.
Allegedly.
So, like, man, like, stupid kid, you know jiu-jitsu. Like, could you imagine you're put in jiu-jitsu, they outlaw heel hooks. A white belt can't even do heel hooks. So, like, stupid kid has never done a heel hook or never experienced one because he's a white belt. But, like, I put Michael Hayashi in an illegal move in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You're not allowed to do a heel hook until you're like a black belt. I have this guy in a black belt maneuver. If that wasn't good enough, my best friend was allegedly smashing his leg with a fucking chair while I'm wrenching a heel hook.
I mean, the chair seems like a cleaner move.
How dare you take away my shine? That's my shine, bro.
That's pretty fucked up.
Is that my shine?
We hire you. You're supposed to prop us up.
Whoops. So, can you repeat the question?
Never mind. So, what I think it was, Miss Man right here. Where's your belt at? I want to.
That's fucking Mark. Where's my belt?
Where's the mark? No, don't let him touch it. You don't do something.
Don't touch my belt. It's right here.
Greased it all up with his fucking Vaseline hands. So that's the belt right there.
Right there.
That belt, Michael Hayashi. You could see this video because I know you're watching. You're in bed right now with your leg elevated. That's as close as you're ever get. You're gonna look at the title, but you're not ever gonna get it because Michael Sean has an ace up his sleeve. It's called Big MF. Michael Sean told me break Hayashi's leg, and what happened?
Pretty sure it's broken.
His leg is broken. When you tell the fucking crazy CTE Matt to do something, he fucking does it.
Pretty much.
Was it from the chair or from the heel hook?
It was from the heel hook. The chair
was never. What are you talking about? Yeah,
the chair was the ice.
It was already broken.
The chair was the cherry on top of the ice cream. It was the special, made it extra special. But I felt his leg in my arm, and I could feel the leg pop. I felt it pop, and it just made me so fucking horny when that happened. I got a fucking hard on when his leg broke.
Whoa, that's a little gross,
bro. I'm just telling you, it broke in my fucking arm. It broke.
I heard it. It was pretty nasty.
You heard my hard on?
No, I heard this fucking leg snap.
I heard a pop. I heard two pops. It was like his leg popped, and instantly my dick popped at the same time I broke his leg.
I didn't hear that part. I heard his leg pop.
So anyways, what's so genius about that, which I think you're a genius, by the way, the leader of the 209 Kliq is a genius, because they've signed a ladder match with this fucking jabroni. It has a broken leg. How the fuck?
You can't climb a ladder with a broken leg.
How do you
just
do
physics?
That?
Just physics.
How does this motherfucking dude?
Both my legs work. His don't.
Listen, you're no longer the angry dragon. You're the broken dragon now.
He's toothless dragon. We trained that dragon.
We tamed you. We took away your teeth. I am not only a demigod tamer, I am also a dragon tamer. Michael Hayashi, you've just been tamed.
What's that dude that trained the dragon in that movie called?
That's
who you're gonna be from now on.
Who is it? Who is that? The dragon?
Come on, stupid kid. You got kids. What's the dude's name?
What movie are we talking about?
How to Train Your Dragon, you moron.
Oh shit!
I'll tell you how to train a dragon. You put him in a fucking heel hook, and you.
But your new nickname is whatever that fucking dude's name is.
I don't need a new nickname.
You're gonna be the dragon.
I have two nicknames. It's CTE Matt and it's Big MF.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Hiccup.
Is it? I'm not Hiccup.
Toothless is the dragon.
I'm not toothless yet. No one's ever knocked my teeth out.
No,
they're still in my. I still possess all my teeth. Amazingly enough.
Why won't it tell us?
I don't know.
Who fucking cares? And then we got. Well, I got Lucha. We got Lucha Patron this weekend.
We do. I'm very excited for that.
I'm still looking for CJ. I don't know where he's at.
I think he's in jail, bro.
Like he was in Reno last weekend.
That's what I'm saying.
He was with Dave Wasted. I mean, I haven't heard from him. I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm just saying this to all the Lucha Patron people. I want to get paid. It's not my fault that my partner is missing in action. I'm coming with the title. My manager, Bridget, there's probably not going to be a title defense, but I'm still going to get fucking paid. It's not my fault that my partner maybe was held against his will by the police. They took him and put him in a jail. Maybe he's in a hospital because he took maybe he took too much of something and it put him in a hospital against his will. Whatever the case.
Too much candy?
Maybe too much candy.
Soda?
Whatever. Maybe too much soda.
Energy drink?
Maybe all that stuff fucked him up. I don't know, but I'm getting nervous because I haven't heard from him in a minute. Last I was heard, he was in Reno with Dave Wasted, and you know how it goes when we hang out with Dave Wasted.
Bad things do happen when we hang out with Dave Wasted.
So anyways, I'm going to be there. I'm probably not going to defend our tag team titles. It's probably not going to happen, but we will. I want to get paid, and I want to get paid more than $25 fucking dollars. Okay, I'm not from the East Coast. Like I need more than 25 to fucking buy some fucking shit that I gotta buy out here.
You know, if you wrestle that other place in San Jose, they actually pay you in a Rosa. What? There's a place in San Jose that doesn't pay you. That's what I heard.
I don't know. That's false information. That is false. They pay the best.
I only heard. I heard rumors.
So
you can't even get front row seats, apparently.
I'm going to go on record right now, and I'm going to say that I think my friend Topher should change his last name to Exotic, and then Anthony Trevino should change his last name to Baskins.
I like that idea.
Anthony Baskins, Topher Exotic. I think Topher should get a lion. I really do. I think Topher should get a lion, a tiger. No, get a liger. What about a liger?
That'd be dope. I want an alligator. Can you get us an alligator?
Maybe some piranhas or something. I'm thinking a liger, and someone should fucking make this a documentary. Fucking Topher Exotic versus Anthony Baskins.
You know, as a kid, because of Jake the Snake Roberts, I always wanted a fucking King Cobra when he bit fucking Macho Man.
And it's not about your childhood. It's about
I want a fucking King Cobra.
I always wanted a fucking liger.
Why can't we have a fucking
I want a liger. I want a liger.
I want a pet King Cobra.
So you guys, I did the Stupid Kid podcast, and I know all you listening to this.
Thanks, Michael. It's Stoop Kid. It's clearly pronounced Stoop Kid.
Everybody
spelled
says
Stoop Kid.
Like Andrea KGB Lee said the stupid kid. Like it's just
that's because she didn't have the page pulled up yet. She was just
whatever.
repeating what you were saying.
I actually told her to say that, but
okay, well that makes more sense.
She's too nice to call people stupid.
What was I saying? I got CTE.
She's way too nice.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Joe Exotic. So there was a wrestling show. This is what I heard. This is all allegedly. This is what I heard. There was a wrestling show with Anthony Baskins and Topher Exotic. And Topher Exotic was there and he had front row seats for him and everyone in
his family. Yeah.
And then Baskins, Anthony fucking Baskins tries to show up. He tries to walk in, but these two fucktards, and I love these two fucktards, they have restraining orders going against each other. They have both filed restraining. This is so fucking crazy.
Can we talk about this?
I'm talking about it. This is so crazy. This really should be a fucking documentary. So Baskins and Exotic have both filed restraining orders on each other.
It's like the real Baskins
and now they're at a wrestling event together, right? And this is what I hear. Torino comes in, he doesn't buy a ticket, he tries to fucking waltz his way in.
He's the king of San Jose, bro.
He's the king. But Topher has got he paid for front row seats. He told security, hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Torino's mouthing off, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, also, Topher sees fucking Torino and he falls down and he sees, oh my God, that motherfucker. And he falls down and he fucks his leg up. He's going to hate, fucking Anthony Baskins even more. And then at the end of the day, they're like, well, somebody's got front row seats. You don't even have a fucking ticket. So who I heard allegedly the guy that bailed and had to leave?
Servino?
It wasn't Topher Exotic.
Joe Exotic for a shoot is running for president.
Oh my God, I almost spit this right out of my mouth.
My wife sent me something the other day that he fucking filed to become president.
Is he in jail?
Who gives a fuck? I'm voting for him.
I want Topher to run. I want Topher Exotic to run for president.
Go back, stupid kid. I saw something that fucking Carol Baskin's husband is still alive.
I heard that too.
Did you see that?
I
just saw it.
I think Topher's got a fucking helicopter. Like way back when this feud happened between Exotic and Baskins.
Is it really a feud? One guy's scared of one guy.
Well, what happened was Topher was over the wrestling ring that they allegedly that Torino stole from Topher.
Allegedly,
Topher was going to take his helicopter and he was going to literally heist it over the UGWA show. He had a crane. He was going to hook it and take it away, and a lot of people were pissed off about it. And I talked him out of it. I said, you might get in trouble with.
I saw online that this dude's making T-shirts off a design that you created. Shouldn't you get like royalty checks off of that?
Yeah, but his checks have a tendency to bounce. His checks are like his payouts.
Oh.
Anyways, what? Anything else we need to cover? We need to plug.
We're wrestling this weekend in Santa Rosa.
Wrestling this weekend in Santa Rosa against two fucking luchas with the mask on. They don't fucking matter. Hopefully, I'm wrestling. I mean, if they want to triple my pay, quadruple it, I'll wrestle without my partner.
I can wrestle twice and I'll be in your corner.
That could happen.
I'm wrestling Ricky Mandel from Lucha Underground. Kind of a big deal.
Who's that guy?
Ricky Mandel.
Oh yeah. Well, he's but the thing is though, he's maybe a Lucha Underground, but we're from the 209. You don't matter in the 209.
Well, our boy Vinny's from there too, from Lucha Underground. He's from the 209, allegedly. 1 week he's from Italy. The next week
it says 209 on his trunks.
Well, he saw how over we were, so he started putting 209 on.
Whoa. I got enough heat, bro. I don't need more.
We love Vinny.
I got hella heat. I got heat with everybody.
We love Vinny Massaro. We will always love Vinny Massaro.
So we got Lucha Patron. Shout out to Lucha Patron for always taking care of us.
100%.
Great fucking place to work.
Corey Machado is a real person that we care a lot about. That's a shoot.
It'd be a nice venue, but there'll be at least 600-700 people
feeding kids, doing a good thing for professional wrestling.
I don't like that part, honestly. I feel like giving the meals to kids could go to me instead, but that's whatever.
You've had enough fucking meals in your life. Look at you. We should be feeding children.
You can never have enough meals. So that's we got a Rio Mania. You're gonna beat the cripple guy.
I don't think he shows up.
I'm wrestling Chupacabra. Like man, I just feel like this guy shouldn't be wrestling. I don't even know if he's a real person.
He's an animal.
He's part animal. I don't feel like he has constitutional rights. He's not a human. I don't think that he's got free speech. He's got freedom of religion. I don't feel like he should be able to own a gun either. I feel like he shouldn't be wrestling.
You know whose fault this is? That mass freak that hangs out with freaking Flacco Loco. Yeah.
That scumbag.
Yeah. But turned that kid against us.
We know the original Flacco is gone. Like he's impersonating him. The guy from the 90s that was like talking shit on
that guy was my favorite wrestler when I was a kid.
That guy that was hella good. He's not around anymore. This is a different guy impersonating him.
So it's like Sin Cara. There's two of him.
It's not the real Flacco.
This is the fake Sin Cara. This is the new
it's
fake
a different
Flacco.
one, but it's so easy to do. You just put a mask on your fucking face.
Nobody knows what he looks like.
But so then I find out that and this honestly real shoot, like real talk. This fucking Tony Vargas thing, it got me a little fucking like I didn't know he was gonna be like I thought he retired.
We retired him.
And me, yeah, okay, so we retired him, but like I've talked to Tony since then outside of the business where we've been kind of friendly. And like he never hit me up and said that he was gonna, be at Rio Mania. He didn't tell me he was gonna be at Rio Mania.
I thought we squashed everything. We're like friends with him.
But listen though, but now he's special guest ref in this match with fucking
Why?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't
who okayed this?
I don't know, man. Like I think it's kind of weird. Like we never talked much about it.
Did G-Spot okay this? Because he signed all our contracts.
What I'm trying to say is I don't fucking trust this shit. Like Tony always plays. Tony plays a lot of sides to the fence, and I don't think he's necessarily on my side. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think he's a little pissed off that we took his belt from him and retired him. So I'm a little scared. I mean, he acts like we're friends. He acts like we did him a favor, and all of a sudden now he's a referee.
Well, I will say that there's another belt. I'm not going to say what belt it is that Tony has that I would like to get my hands on. Anyways, so he's going to be the ref. We'll see how that fucking plays out. I don't like that. I want another ref to watch him. If he's going to watch me, I want a ref to watch him. You watch Tony.
What if we get like Bob Sapp to watch him?
Bob Sapp and Rampage Jackson.
What if we get KGB to watch him?
She would fucking murder Tony Vargas. One fucking head kick and he'd be done.
Exactly.
Well, I think I don't know. I think that's it. We're right. Are we good?
I'm really pissed off about Santino though, wrestling without our approval.
Oh my god, he wrestled without our approval. Where do you wrestle?
Blacklist. I like Blacklist. I wrestle at Blacklist. I'm about to become a cruiserweight champion.
I saw it. I'm gonna say not bad work to the kid. We have our heat at TWF, but
wait, what? No,
we've had our heat at TWF, but I'm saying he did a decent job in the ring. I watched the match.
He's still a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know we all are. And then what's the other kid's name?
Sean.
What's his wrestling name?
Giga.
Giga did okay. I had no expectations. I pretty much figured Giga was going to get just annihilated. He was going to get just fucking destroyed. But so since I had such low expectations, I was
exceeded them.
I was like this much impressed because it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So shouts out to him for not totally fucking up.
And then this other school that we used to be associated with, Reese and Lowe.
Oh, those
congratulations! Congratulations! I'm gonna tag.
Stop sucking their dick.
Bro. They're my boys.
Fuck those guys.
No, without me,
they're fucking.
No, without me.
Let's be honest. You fuck those guys.
Why?
Fuck them.
They're good kids.
They're a bunch of fucking jerk offs.
They're good kids.
They're not good kids.
Why?
They don't want to work for nothing. They want everything to be handed to them.
Well, that's kids today.
Fuck them. I will fuck. Listen to me.
That's just like Santino and Giga. They don't want to work for nothing.
Those three guys.
We them to wash our gear, and it's
those three guys. I will fuck all those guys up in the same fucking night.
Godfather Swole.
I'll fuck that dude up.
Why?
He's all show no go. I'll fuck him up. The other two guys. What's the other guy's name?
Low Devereaux.
The beauty. Is he cutie?
He's cutie.
Cutie in the circle jerks.
Beast.
The Beast. Oh, the Beast. Yeah, the Beast sucks.
That's original.
I can't stand that fucking guy. I'm the fucking Beast.
What about his?
Nobody's a bigger beast than me.
What about his
brother? Him. Who's his brother?
Blacklight.
Let's not even play that game, bro. We all know. There's no fucking Santa Claus. We all know that Beast and Light and Dark Light are the same people.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You see him in the same room.
You're gonna piss me off, man. Listen. Okay, listen. They're the same fucking people. Don't be a fucking moron, bro.
I've never
Fuck. Listen, I hate
seen
that
them
guy.
in the same room together.
I can't stand that motherfucker. He's fucking guy's fucking delusional. This guy's more delusional than fucking Funny Bone thinks I am. That's how fucking delusional he is.
That's mean.
All right. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. KGB League, go out and kill it. We're gonna kill it at Lucha Patron. You're gonna kill it, Lucha Patron. We got Rio Mania. We got fucking the Angry Dragon is tamed. Chupacabra, I'm coming for you. Chupi, whatever. Chupi, Chewbacca, whatever the fuck your name is, you're fucking dead. That's the end of the show. Because we're from the 209.
I'm from Reno.
Fuck you. That's how we do it. Fuck you. 209 versus everybody. Fuck everybody else.